away, pulling there, Crutman, pulling scale, first stand, pulling gun, go FaceTime, same time, penny data, so live, online, shy for show, 9999, got the combo, sipping on my drugs and smoking trees.
Yes, hello, my sweet Bok. Welcome to TrendingSA. My special person. We're coming to you live on SABC3. We're also live for all of those of you who are streaming us on TrendingSA.tv. First things first. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry got hit this weekend.
Yay!
Is that why you're wearing green then?
I feel like a mother. A queen mother.
Okay, yeah, or a Kawasaki representative.
I feel like a Kawasaki representative. Sure, it was really pretty. I thought to myself, I'm not going to get sucked into this, but then I was sucked in. It was a beautiful royal wedding. It was all over my timeline. 6 million people apparently tweeted about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle getting married, and that is 3 times the people who tweeted about Prince William's wedding to Kate back in 2011.
Wow.
Maybe there's just more people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or on Earth.
Hashtag just saying.
Because once you get together, then the babies become.
I want the babies
and they're not giving each other a break.
Exactly.
I mean, Kate has delivered every 3 months. I mean, jeez, it's been
How is it even possible?
I mean,
do you want to know who the people talking to you are on this television? Well, I'm going to tell you. First and foremost, let us get into all of our friends. As we get into our business of talking about what's on the social media streets, she is our punchline sister. She had a hell of a party on Saturday. This is Nomanina Hastings.
Hello, I'm 35.
35.
Congratulations. There it is.
Look at me.
Oh,
So cute.
I'm so sorry I missed it. I was sick like that.
That's okay, brother. Well, Musa and Pabi came, so.
I'm so glad.
No, it's okay. We thought about you.
Don't feel bad.
I'm doing cool. I'm just like,
What were you gonna say?
Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
That's
it. Don't feel bad.
All right, so
what's in
listen.
your timeline, babe?
I don't have happy news, unfortunately. Hashtag Babes trended all weekend after her interview with Mo Flava and Maschaba on Friday. So I'm going to be breaking down that story. It's very hectic and it's very upsetting, etc., etc.
Yeah. Next to me is our straight shooter. She wears her heart upon her sleeve, but she also tells it like it is. She's Miss Cooley Roberts!
Hi. Ooh.
Hey.
Secret things. You're doing secret things without us.
I apologize. It was SABC3. We'll blame SABC3.
Oh.
You were meant to be there, the two of you.
Yeah?
Nina was there.
It's that secret thing.
With
Yes.
the cute DOP. Remember?
I never know about these things.
DOP.
I'm not on the
Such a cute
SABC3 WhatsApp group.
I went. Now you said you were not going.
Sis Cooley, you're sipping the tea. You're getting ready for spitting it out.
Oh, Mdasekaya. It was a weekend of revelations and Madame's pimping out girls. Not funny at all. I'll be looking at the hashtag Faith, which got Twitter on fire in the weekend.
Yeah, it's a
weekend.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot,
It's a lot.
All right, next to her is our fun doctor. He's our MCM, our beloved Dr. Musam Dombeni. You also get nervous. What picked
No, I get the feeling I know what's going to
Whoa!
So this was your engagement
This is
party.
No,
the
don't
third
lie
time
to
we've
the
seen
children.
this girl. Third
Can I
time.
tell you? She said, are you going to
Congratulations,
post
though.
this picture? And I said, well, I'm always going to post pictures. She's like, I'm tired of being on trending.
I wish you could just, she could move her hand so we could see the ring.
There's no ring. Guys, please don't lie
When
about
are you
this.
inviting her here?
Okay, anyway, let me tell you what's happening on my timeline today. Hashtag Driver Metro as well as hashtag Mampincha with the biggest trends today after a very dizzying weekend and very dizzying interview as well that Mampincha gave. Also, Ashwin Willemse is on the top of my trends today.
Can I just let you know, I am your Madam Speaker. Hello, I am Pabi Muloi. Hello.
Ooh, like the tracksuit, mama.
What? Oh, I know where that was.
Yes, me too.
Where was that?
No
Over
way.
there.
Sis. What are you guys doing without me?
You know.
You know.
You
This
know.
is my birthday.
Okay.
You know. Anyway, so there's me in a tracksuit on the grass. Great. Now let me tell you about tonight's MCM. Come a little bit closer. Not too close. I'm over 30. Tonight's MCM is one talented rapper, Shane Patrick Hughes. But on the screeps, he's known better by his rap name, Shane Eagle. Skirt, skirt. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Eagle will be here.
That was the classiest skr I've ever heard. I didn't know skr came in that tone.
It was a mummy skr, right? All right.
Like the mum jeans of skr.
Exactly.
Stop talking about mums. Look at how hot that man is.
Oh yeah, okay.
How old is he? He's 22.
Man, doesn't matter.
younger
It's not my
than your
son. Must
son.
come when I show you.
Aye.
I'll teach you some things.
Aye.
My mind is now corrupted, so I'm going to go reboot it while we take a quick break on TrendingSA on SABC3, on Instagram.
Shane.
The hashtag always is STAR on3 and tag SABC3. And now we dance?
Push. Mostly East my car. Ford Machangan. Push. Mostly East my car. Ford Machangan. Mastali Dombolo. Olo Imakurumeja. Push.
Autuza skorokoro, pusha skorokoro. Autuza skorokoro, pusha skorokoro. Autada genera, cry mabalane. Aufifila kudura, auputu malevene. Agite boxe, uta mwita. Why, weta so, mabalane weta. Malevene weta, Dadamene weta, Nagutura weta. Why weta so? Why weta so? Skorokoro, pusha skorokoro, druza skorokoro, pusha skorokoro, druza skorokoro, pusha skorokoro.
Mostly East my car. Ford Machangan. Mastali Dombolo. Olo Imakurumeja. Push.
Wow, what on earth was that? Welcome back. You're watching TrendingSA on SABC3 and on TrendingSA.tv. That was the sound of the Revolution Twins and their song titled Bavenda that was sampled from the legendary jazz musician Philip Tabane, who unfortunately passed away this past weekend at the age of 84 after suffering a short illness that was age-related. The guitarist, who is well known as the founder of the jazz group Malombo, Jazz Men in Mamelodi. Malombo, as he was known, held 2 honorary doctorates in music. He'd also won multiple awards, including a Lifetime Achievement Award at the South African Music Awards in 1998. And I love that because it's giving flowers while the person is still alive.
Yes.
So he was honored. His legacy will always be remembered through his music. With that said, let's check out some of your Facebook posts. We love to hear from you, so make sure you like our page and get involved. The only time I ever cared about a royal wedding, Zamunda, baby. I just watched that movie again this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you know she still looks exactly like that.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. She's 61 years old.
Amazing. Can we see the next tweet, if there is one available to us at present? Florence says, yippee! Guys, Musa needs to confess about the red tire and the red dresser on the Insta.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time we've seen her face, Dr. Moose.
She's my friend. Nina, I've posted you 1,000 times, Bobby.
You've never posted me,
Monday
babes.
to Thursday,
Never
you're on
posted
my
me.
Instagram.
Just twice.
Can we have another post? Do we have one? Yes. Richie Ard says, hi, Monina, 35.
That's right.
Well, I'm 21. I'm sure we can work on that Okanja.
It's fine. Unfortunately, my Ben 10 slot has already been filled.
Lala, he's not your son.
How?
Eh?
He's not your son. Lala.
Must stop promoting this when I would.
Aye.
Hi.
I actually just look like a nurse. Don't I
You look like a really hot nurse, and if you don't, I'm gonna not finish that sentence.
All right, thank you so much for all of your comments. Keep them coming. We love hearing from you. Now, to move on to the trends from this weekend, Siskuli, we'll start with you.
What a weekend. Our timelines were just filled with files upon files under the hashtag faith. Remember back in March, Feline Management, aka Faith Ngesi's company, was looking for girls who look physically appealing, are able to dance, well, that's clearly not me, move, and should be able to have a great time to join her agency. You remember that? Well, it seems as if this weekend all was revealed as what the girl's job description would really be if they want to be part of the agency. According to a tweet posted by our files president, Advocate Barry Roo, apparently, allegedly, supposedly, Queen Turk could be running a prostitution agency.
An
An undisclosed individual sent the files chief this post. Have a look. Iti, good evening, sir. I also want to testify concerning the tweet I saw yesterday about Queen Turk. I was desperate and needed cash and joined Faith's agency for some quick cash. I ended up being raped by 6 men, all taking turns, and Faith paid me 20,000 rand to keep quiet. I took the money and said nothing. I was too ashamed. Sir, I'm telling you that this woman is a hardcore pimp. The whole modeling agency is just a front or maybe a side operation. Many girls are selling their bodies for this woman. Anyway, please keep my name out of it. I'm assuming she means at the end there. And immediately alarm bells ran through the masses of social media, with people accusing her of being a pimp who lures young women into believing they would be models but ends up selling them to men for sex instead. Of course, this does not sit well with masses of social media. So under the hashtag faith at I Love Khabo said the following. Udi Smarty Prey says, so Faith Ngesi pimped out a girl. The girl was raped by 6 whole men and Faith offered her 20K to keep it quiet. Is it safe to say women are trash yet? That's a question. And then a flood of responses came in. Mrs. Jungin. Ufum Pella says, with the Faith Ngesi alleged revelations, I hope now our media will stop giving these Insta slay queens and kings attention and focus the spotlight back on people who actually have talent and are working hard to build careers as creators. Right, Phil? Alrighty then. Uzai says, you guys honestly didn't know that the salon in Protea, North Soweto is where Faith Ngesi houses her prostitutes? Come on, guys, you didn't know this? Mikate Kondlovu says, a lesson about this whole Faith Ngesi thing. Do not be pressured by social media standards and sell your soul to all these devils. Own lane, struggling or not, stay in your own lane. Okay, that was Mo. Mo says, I wonder how Faith Ngesi sleeps at night knowing that she's a rape enabler. This is what she is, according to, of course, that tweet that we saw. Another chief who goes by the name of Mashinini Pule came in with this comment. Uti, morals aside, I admire the courage and the vision of this young lady to see the opportunity and supply the insatiable market with the service needed out there. If she did not do it, someone else was going to do it, period. We won't mention names. With all the allegations flying left, right, and center, Faith Ngesi then took to her Instagram to respond to the claims. In a long statement she posted, she denied the claims and advised the accuser to show her face and take the matter to court. It makes me want to ask you guys, what is it all about? What's your take?
I mean, first of all, it's frightening if a woman has come forward and said that they were raped by 6 men and they were paid hush money. That's very important to make sure that that doesn't happen. I think it's very interesting, some of the things that this has brought up in a debate, right? So stay in your lane. That's something that people said there, you know, stay in your lane, stop trying to keep up with the Joneses and Keezes. But for me, you know, it's so difficult. If you have an issue of poverty at home and there's no other way of making an income, you know, it makes it hard to judge anybody for doing anything to make sure that they can look after their own, you know?
Survive on this planet where poverty is created.
And where nobody actually gives a damn.
They don't.
Right? You've got to do for yourself.
I think a lot of it also lies in like patriarchy. Is that we all seem to think that women need to be, you know, like treated in a certain way, and that women need to be told what to do, and that our morals need to be reflected on what we think we need to do. But people don't look at the whole situation in the sense that if someone is selling, there's someone that's buying. And no one is even like looking at that, at those 6 men that raped the poor girl and all those sort of things. No one looks at those things. And all of this happens with people choosing to do it. I mean, all these people are adults, I'm assuming. So if you're an adult and you make an active decision to say, this is what I get into, I think you need to understand all the intricacies of what's going on within the legal consenting space.
But this is where it gets tricky, because where's the legal consenting space? So my issue comes in when you're offered a job to come be a model, right?
Lured.
You're lured with that. You want to be a model, come be a model. Then suddenly you're put...
Take accountability. End of story. In case I wasn't stern enough, other girls were apparently revealing more files than others implicated in the tweets from Cakes Nandi. Guys, this stuff is real. Look at this. Faith and Ketsi, feline management are affecting young girls. This is real. There's a lot of these messages. These things are coming through. All right. As if that was the end to the Advocate's weekend expose, he added more spice by accusing the founder of Orgella Media, Allegro Dinkwanyane, of also recruiting girls for profit Bushiri.
Oh, we can just call him Bushiri because the whole profit thing is ridiculous. We did try to get hold of Allegro, and she said that she would not entertain fake news and that she would like to know Ubanu Advocate Barrow and where does he get his sources from. She then further went on to say the following after she said she wasn't going to say much. But anyway, I'm aware of the allegations that were made against me this weekend by an account where the account holder is hidden. I deny these allegations. I have no further comment while I consult with my legal team. So Advocate Barrow, tell us, Baba, what's going on? Because she's denying it.
Okay, so we're moving on to another hashtag that had social media buzzing all weekend. Nina?
Yes, guys. Sure. All right. This is, you know, it's a heavy Monday because there's lots of heavy stuff that happened this weekend. Our national treasure, guys, Babes, has been top of my trends all weekend after the interview on the drive on Metro FM with Maschaba, Ndlovu and Mo Flava this past Friday. In the interview, which was also live on Babes' Instagram, Babes was supposed to confirm whether her and her longtime beau, Mampintsha, aka Mandla Mapumulo, were indeed engaged and expecting a baby, according to recent media claims. Now, things took a complete left when Maschaba confronted Babes about Mampintsha abusing her. And if you still haven't seen the clip, please take a look.
I said I wasn't going to do this. But, Babes, you know, I think it needs to be said because I hate to see a young woman as talented, as smart as you living in so much fear. Babes, what do more? Right? You don't have to answer this question, but we all know, because we've heard from multiple sources, people who've witnessed the fact that you have been physically abused by Mampintsha. That he has beaten you in your relationship. And right now, and I'm sorry, but right now you're sitting here, you're scared, and you're worried about what's going to happen next.
So this news shocked the interwebs, with some saying how could Maschaba expose Babes live on air, and it seemed that she was terrified of the consequences. I mean, that's what it seemed like. However, other social media had a different response. But before we can take a look at those tweets, Maschaba Ndlovu took to her Twitter to confirm that the minister, Bheki Cele, offered Babes protection despite Babes not laying charges against Mampintsha.
Of course, I also read another tweet from Bheki Cele himself denying that the SAPS is offering 24 hours protection for anyone.
Well, I know that they have car guards outside police stations. Hashtag just saying. All right. And when you harm Mzansi's national treasure like that, of course, social media will have a few things to say. All right, Usizwe Tlomo says, just because people are victims doesn't mean that they forfeit any of their rights or agency. You don't get to choose what's best for them and disregard their feelings. This is just like when poor people get treated with no dignity. It's wrong. There were a couple of people that had responses. Check it out. All right, Sanda Mamti says, I for one applaud Masitshaba and Ndlovu for being brave enough to expose the act of abuse. It was not the right platform. That's the accent. That's bull. Was she supposed to wait until there's death? Fair enough.
Really?
Fair enough. And then Hip Hop Saved My Life says, look what happened to Karabo Mokoena. Those people who were around her knew exactly what was happening to her, but refused to help her. Then when Masitshaba did something positive, people started to hate her. Masitshaba did the right thing for standing up for babes.
Thanks, Masitshaba.
And then Kabelo says, Indaba Zamikai, abuse is not a private matter. Hi, Suga Mampija, just worried about the money he's going to lose without babes. In a sense, he's admitting that he's been using and abusing her. He's now afraid other people are going to take that from him. Well, I mean... and then this one, guys.
Come
all right. Chulao?
Sure.
Says this album was released in 2016. See for yourself how Mampintsha was featured on every song that he controlled Babe's career and her life. Dude ensured Babes was always with him. Sadly, he blocked doors for her with all the late admin for visa applications. Check Golden Queen featuring Mampintsha. I even had a joke about this. I was like, what is up with Mampintsha's feet? I don't know. It doesn't end there. In response to allegations, Mampintsha, who managed Wodumo on his label West Ink Records, released a statement to respond to what he called public hysteria. I don't know if that was his ghostwriter telling him.
Oh, no, it was definitely a
ghostwriter. Best ghostwriter Mampintsha ever had. It's a far cry from Haibo. And then later he sat down for this interview taken from Times Live where he basically blames jealous people, Ninamon, for a third hand for the dramatic turn of events. Although, Mampintsha, I think your hands have done enough damage on their own.
Lento nje ukuthi iyabonakala sinesandla sesithathu because si right no Pepsi whatever makufaka kakhulu inkinga zothando nama relationship ekho umuntu ongena inkinga ku relationship yakhe kodwa ngandlela sebebeka ngayo izinto zeyibhakela imbongozini nokuphoka emlenze ngivele ngaba lothi because nawe uqakekile uPepsi ukuthi imlenze ayiphuka kuphi ibhakela kanjani because angisiyona imonster uyangazi naye.
Yeah, it's a heck of a lot. It's a heck of a lot. All right, you give us your thoughts and your opinions on this. And we'll be back after this break. This is TrendingSA on SABC. You're watching Trending SA on SABC3 and online. We're on TrendingSA.tv. Do not forget, tonight's MCM is rapper Shane Eagle.
Oh, yes.
Right here. So post any of your questions that you have for him, tag at SABC3 and hashtag #on3, and we may just ask your questions to Shane Eagle himself. Now, Musa has been trolling the social media streets looking for things to tell you. So Musa, what you got?
Thank you, Madam Comrade, for that one. Checking out some of your tweets, of course, to hear what you have to say. Here is the first one from Picasso saying, Trending SA on 3. Mama, they are here. The Magnificent Four. The School of Excellence. They are here.
Mama.
Picasso.
Ish Pure here saying that on 3 proudly watching favorite lit show in Mzansi, rocking team on earth. Credit to the guys doing the dirty work. Oh, media crew. Is it you guys? Are you guys doing the dirty work? And
You're just screaming because they said dirty and you like that word.
and the people that are controlling what you are seeing on the screen are also screaming in my ear, so don't worry.
We love you
All right.
guys.
And the last one from Mr. Joe saying, Mampenja featuring himself on every Babe song is an abuse on its own. We've always seen it. Sound 3 Trending SA. And on that note, thank you very much for sending us your posts, retweets, and all of that. We like hearing from you. Now, before the ad break, we had a look at what happened last week, Friday, with regards to the Babes, Mampenja, as well as the Metro on Drive situation. And right now, I'm going to continue with the story because today the events unfolded. Babes and Mampenja, of course, is the main issue. And here's a video you need to see. Now, if you didn't know, Babes and Mampenja's romantic relationship has been the topic of the town since allegations of abuse surfaced about Mampenja when Babes Wotumo spoke to Maschaba and Mo Flava on Metro FM last week, Friday. Today, Mampenja was invited to the afternoon drive to give his side of the story. However, the anticipated interview left many listeners confused as Mampenja was determined to evade all the questions that he was asked. When he did answer, he gave lengthy, windy answers that painted him very much like a victim and left him blaming third parties about the cause of Babes defaming his name. When it comes to the question, did you or did you not physically abuse Babes Wotumo, Mampenja couldn't give a straight answer. If you didn't hear it, take a listen.
Babes Wotumo said in the interview that she's scared. Now, we're not going to apologize about asking the question around whether or not the rumors of abuse are true. It is an important question for us to ask you.
Yeah, ngizamile ukuphendula futhi mhlawumbe angazi noma
awuphendulanga baba awukaze wamshaya uBabes Wotumo awukaze wamshaya
sisami
ngiyabuza
sisami ngicela unichazela something usale sizounderstanda kahle indaba zothando zethu zaziwa yithina noBabes.
Wow. Our relationship dynamics are known to me and Babes alone. Then came the part where Mampenja was given, or rather asked, when last he saw Babes. Once again, Mampenja played the dodging game.
Okay, when last did you speak to Babes or even see her or be in her presence?
Ngicela abantu bakuthandazele isikhathi manje. Ngiyacela into engayisho manje balekile. Ngicela abantu bakuthandazele isikhathi esinzima kakhulu lesi thina sonke.
Now, listeners obviously were not convinced with that, and then they took the conversation to Twitter to express their views about the interview that Mampenja gave today. And here's what they said. Nomhle here saying Mampenja has a problem and he is in denial. He needs help ASAP. Hashtag the drive on Metro, hashtag Metro FM. And another tweet, of course, another one came through from Simg saying Mampenja's answers don't make sense though. Or am I listening to the wrong interview? Hashtag the driver Metro. And then, of course, another one from Rabiet saying the driver Metro, I thought Mampenja will be humble and admit that he indeed abused the Babes, but clearly ufuna ukuthandaziswa ukuze answer ama questions. Basically saying he wants us to pray for him so he can answer these questions. It's pretty clear that Mampenja is in denial about his alleged transgressions and wrongdoings and is not willing to publicly apologize to Babes. And of course, Babes now allegedly has security around her at all times. Good. Moving on to another hashtag, hashtag Van Breda, surfaced on my feeds again today because of Judge Sarah Siraj Desai had found Henry van Breda guilty of murdering his mother, father, and older brother, as well as guilty of attempted murder of his younger sister. Now, the attack occurred in 2015 at the family's home in Stellenbosch. While we wait for sentencing, Van Breda is officially spending his first night at Portsmouth Prison, but he'll be in the hospital section of the prison because of a medication story.
Because of a trust fund.
And privilege. I mean, I watched part of that thing because it also went on and on and on and on and on. But eventually, I mean, you just got to see how privilege works and how the trust, you know, the
Never-ending pockets.
That's it. It works so well when people are defending you to the point where you can't even. I mean, you murdered people. You've been found guilty of it, and you're getting special treatment. It's actually unbelievable. Another unbelievable story was this: former Springbok player Ashwin Willemse was on everyone's timelines this weekend after this video clip surfaced online. Take a look.
I think it's important for me because, you know, I've played this game for a long time, like all of us here, I think, you know. And as a player, I was labeled a quota player for a long time. And I've earned hard and worked hard to earn my own respect in this game. So I'm not going to be patronized by two individuals that have played in an apartheid, a segregated era, and come and want to undermine, you know. And so I think for me, I've had my fair share. I can't work with people that undermine other people. And you know, you can sit and you can laugh about it, but you know exactly what happened. It's fine. I don't mind it being ridiculous. I'm glad it happens on air so people can see. Because you two sit here. No, it's fine.
Yo.
What a guy.
Sure, I've got goosebumps.
And very calm.
And you could see there was a point where he was going to go, and you sit here. And he went, no. Focus, Ashwin. In the video, we hear Ashwin say the following: I'm not going to be patronized by two individuals who played in apartheid, a segregated era. I cannot work with people who undermine other people. And so the masses online thought that, you know, he was being undermined because of his skin color. And many people rallied around Ashwin Willemse and his brave stance. Have a look at what you had to say. Bongani Bingwa says, poor Ashwin, it's going to be said that he overreacted, but the truth is there isn't always explicit evidence when you feel undermined. It's a feeling, a vibe that you get, and then there's the matter of proving it. You have to justify your reaction to it. Tariq Truebody saying, lost his cool, stormed off is how some headlines are terming the Ashwin Willemse incident earlier this evening. He was composed. He made his point and then calmly walked off as he stood firm in his protest. The level of composure was just perfect. Team Ashwin for the win. And this one from Marnus he said, went for coffee last week with Ashwin Willemse. He's not an emotional attention seeker who played the race card. He is professional, smart, and one of the most intelligent and kind guys you'll ever meet. And when you are that, you don't entertain people who belittle you.
Yes!
But, of course, as the world would have it, not everybody is convinced that Ashwin was right to walk out. Like these two tweeps who had this to say. Tweep number one is Stefan Carlo de Liva. Yeah, unaliliva. I think Ashwin Willemse did it to promote himself. For now, he has the support of the majority, i.e. blacks, and is heralded as an idol against oppression, gaining support from the public and government, i.e. blacks, to start his new show and push government propaganda with regard to racism in rugby.
Wow.
We have no comment. Safa Zimbo says, clearly Nick Mallet and Ashwin Willemse don't like each other, and that's okay. So why the race card? So now listen, the heads of MultiChoice and SuperSport were interviewed earlier this evening, and after talks with relevant parties, they said that they don't believe that it was a racially motivated incident. Now, I want to hear from you guys over here on my panel, comrades. What did you think after watching that?
The moment you have discussions on quota, it's automatically racial.
It's,
just from that statement alone. And if people in a room or a table with you say, yeah, no, you're only there because you were a quota player, they're saying you're only there because you are black or you are colored. And it's really just that. And we all know that, like, no one's going to get suspended. The people that are on that channel that present that sports show, I'm talking about Nas Botha and Mel, like, If they go, guess what the people that like them are going to do? They're going to unsubscribe. And of course, the sports channel is not going to have that.
Doesn't mean we must take it, though.
No, it absolutely doesn't mean that we must take it. And this is where the economic freedom comes into it, right? So if we're able to own the means of all production, including television stations and satellite stations of our own, then we are able to say what we want to say and hire who we want to hire the way we want to operate. So I don't know if we'll see it in our lifetimes, unfortunately, but it is the way that we need to go. Sports and Recreation Minister Thokozile Xasa has also called for Nas Botha and Nick Mallet to be suspended and has asked the channel to launch a full investigation. Of course, we'll keep an eye on how the story develops. We're moving on now and wrapping things up here on Trending SA on SABC3. We always want to hear from you, so you let us know what you think on the Ashwin Willemse story and famous walkouts that you have seen across the globe in pop culture. All right, so the hashtag is TsaOn3, and you can contact us that way. I think when we get back, Shane Eagle's on.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Correct.
That is correct.
Correct.
So make sure you come back.
Hey, walk it like I talk it, walk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Woo! Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I She just bought a new ass, but got the same boobs. Same boobs. Whipping up dope scientists. Whip it up.
Machangane, Mazdali Dombolo, Olu Makurumeta, push, mostly East Micah, Fort Machangane, Mazdali Dombolo.
I'm all alone now. I've been on my knees. Just hope you hear the sound now. So hit me when you need me. I'll be on the way, babe.
Some things I like. Welcome back. You're watching Trending SA on SABC3 and on TrendingSA.tv. I have to promote our show with gusto and joy. Nina, introduce to us tonight's guest.
All right, so tonight's guest is a jack of all trades. And this thing of master of none is not true because he's really excellent at everything. He's a TV presenter, he's a rapper, and of course, he's our Man Crush Monday. He was introduced to us as one of the top 4 contestants on South African rap contest, The Hustle. He was born in Robbie Ridge, which until 5 minutes ago, I didn't know was a real place.
Where is that?
It's in Johannesburg. We're going to ask him about it. I'm like, that's not a real thing. You're lying to us. But anyway, we'll ask. He was born on June the 7th. That makes him a Gemini, ladies, to an Irish father and a colored mother. His music career started at the tender age of 13, like all of us at this table, when he recorded his single at a friend's studio, except for Musa was 9. Fast forward to 2016, he would be one of the local acts to open for US rapper J. Cole in a South African tour. His debut album, Yellow, released in 2017, went gold, selling over 20,000 copies. He also took home Best Newcomer Award at the 2017 SA Hip Hop Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, get up off your couches, make some noise, fleet for Shane Eagle!
I'm all alone now. I've been on my knees. Just hope you hear the song. That was a fresh intro.
Oh, thanks. We have a fresh tea. Oh my gosh.
Why are you smelling Anita like that?
Hello, everybody.
Have you two met before? I want to know that.
Yes.
Yes.
At Nando's.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah, but no.
Was it with the sauce?
Raw sauce.
Welcome to our show, Shane.
I feel very welcome.
Good.
This is cool. Okay, so you were born Shane Patrick Hughes. Do you look at everyone with those eyes? I bet if you went to a tax man with those eyes, that he'd be like, okay, no, it's fine. I'll pay this year. Tell us about Robbie Ridge. Did you make it up? Is it a real thing?
Oh, first of all, I wasn't born in Robbie Ridge.
Okay.
I was born like in a hospital in Joburg.
Okay.
Look
at you, punchlines.
I don't think there's a hospital in Robbie Ridge. But they need one because, like, you know, a lot of bad things happen there. It's a good place now. People are working on it, you know, like every other place. But from a little town called Robbie Ridge, it's close to Midrand.
Which Midrand?
Like Midrand.
The Midrand.
The Midrand.
Close up Midrand.
Give us a moment.
Yeah.
That was very exciting. Robbie Ridge, was it?
Robbie Ridge.
Yeah, we love it. We're going to go there tomorrow. You started rapping at the age of 13.
Yeah.
Now, who are your influences? I mean, since that was like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I was going to say like Biggie or Tupac, but I suppose it could be as well.
Yeah, my influences at that time, I came up because I have a lot of older siblings. I'm the youngest, so...
Ooh, how old's your brother?
I have a brother in South Africa. But because of the sisters and everybody in the family, they grew up listening to Jill Scott and like just classics and like Pac and 50 and M. So around the house, I grew up around music. So I think it was more of like a subconscious influence at the time of listening to that type of music, and that kind of reflects now because it's just in me.
It's in him.
Here comes the story. You enter the hustle, you get to the top 4, and you're then obviously, I don't want to say kicked out, but you go.
Right.
Because you don't make it to number 1. But what do you think would have changed if you had gotten the number 1 spot?
It feels like I won the show.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
Well, you won in life. Your career won, certainly, but, you know.
What makes you say that?
Just everything that happened after, like, real life. I mean, on a TV show, a lot of things, there's a lot of restrictions on a TV show, but I will say this, that was one of the biggest blessings in my life, being put on the platform and given the opportunity, you know, so I thank God for that. But yeah, I think a lot of things would have been different if I had won the show, you know, because there's a lot of things that people get tied into without even thinking about it. You know, I'm independent. Independence is freedom, you know.
I'd almost mark you sort of like Shakana and you, neither of you won those big competitions, but both of you have enjoyed a lot of success in the space, right?
Yeah, I'm up against Shakana at the awards.
Oh,
But I will say this, I love her, and so...
And I know you've been nominated for a few awards, so...
Right,
it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the 2 million streams that you received on your album,
That's
Yellow.
Crazy, yeah.
All right, tell us a story about behind that album.
That was a very personal album. Sometimes I feel like it didn't even come from me, if that makes sense. That's something to think about. But it was the debut, and very personal, very real, very reflective, and that album changed my life. And now everybody who's got a connection to the album is like they have a connection of their own, like everybody who's rocking with me, and it's like a different connection to me. They connected to this body of work like South Africa's never seen before. It's almost like a unicorn of an album. So.
You're a unicorn.
Oh, he's a unicorn. Lala, 4 nominations.
Yeah.
At the Summers. Congratulations,
I
Lolo.
appreciate that.
Now, who's your biggest competition? Of course, we love Shakina. So who do you not want to?
Biggest competition will probably be me in the other categories.
Who is this in this photograph?
That's my pops.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What does he have to say about all of this success?
He hated rap music.
Yeah?
Yeah, now he loves it because of me, you know, but he likes like bagpipes and all that other unnecessary stuff, man. This day was such a blessing because like I always prayed for a day where I would get to a point where I could have like my pops come or my mom or my dad come to like a big show, and this is where I open up for Chance the Rapper. Yeah, so that was like, you know, just knowing he was in the crowd and seeing how everybody, you know, like a lot of people, I say that, you know, if you are fortunate enough to have your family or your parents still around, like those little things, because time is a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. So
you're 22.
I'm 21.
You're 21.
Yeah,
Where did we
at
get
this
that
moment.
mixed up?
Well, it's coming.
It's just
coming.
now.
It's
Yeah,
now,
it's
in
just
like
now.
a week. About a week.
Got up to 22.
Yeah.
And you've had a fair measure of success.
Right.
I'm sure there are a lot of things that have been thrust into your life that you never expected it.
Yeah.
How are you keeping a level head? How are you keeping yourself focused and plugged into what you're here to do?
A lot of things.
If you're going crazy, you can also tell us that.
I'm not going crazy. None of this, a lot of things don't faze me. I feel like just the important things. And a lot of the people who I keep around me are very real people. So if I had to come back home and switch up, it's like eyeballs, you know. I don't surround myself with people who aren't real or themselves. A lot of people, especially my generation, the younger kids are afraid to be themselves. And I'm here to tell all the kids and everybody who's rocking with me, and even if you're not a fan of me, just be yourself. It's like, it's important, you know.
You're not an avatar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I have to ask this question, you know, on behalf of all the women that will watch this show. We know that you have a special lady in your life.
We do?
Yes. This is.
That's his sister or cousin.
Yeah, no, it's his mom, actually. No, I'm kidding. Could you tell us a little bit about how you met?
That's my best friend, first of all. We met, I don't like to believe the fact that I was like 13. I just got to high school, and I met her in high school, and she's been with me through everything. So she's, I think it would have been a lot difficult if I met someone when they knew me as Shane Eagle. You know what I mean? So this is my best friend. There's a lot of things that we were basically kids, and we kind of like vines now. We just grew into one another.
I'm sorry, that statement, she spends hours being a rose when I'm in love with her roots.
Wow.
I'm finished.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we cry now?
Okay.
Also, I just want to say a couple of things that were just a little bit off script, but you know, you have such a remarkable presence in this industry.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, you know, I know everybody in the
Right.
in the hip hop game, and everyone knows that you've got a lane. No one's trying to get into your lane, and everyone respects you. And even like your fans, like you have a different breed of fan as well. You know, the people that engage with your music clearly resonate with whatever it is that you put out. You know, and there's no your energy's divine, and don't change. I will find you.
Nah.
No, I just had to
I appreciate
put that,
that, by the way.
What's next?
You gotta stay tuned. It's about to be, you know.
More television or just straight into music?
No television. The TV was like that was also like a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I didn't sit as a kid and think one day I'll be like a TV presenter or something.
Yeah.
That was just something that happened as a part of the journey, or like a stepping stone, just coming off the hustle, and the opportunity was there. And if you I'm a person who thinks about things, and we thought about how we could use and focus on it. It was cool, you know, but it's just music now.
So really, you're just telling us we must just stay tuned.
Can I do comedy?
No. The most important thing that's about to happen is the Yellow Tour.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Where are you going?
Everywhere.
Is it a yellow brick road? Is the Wizard of Oz at the end of this tour?
He might be.
Okay.
Yeah, he might be. But it's also a different approach to the tour. It's like, what's the point of having a different album, and an album that shifted the whole dynamic of South African hip hop, if you're gonna tour the same way?
Yeah.
Wow.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Shane Eagle, everybody. Thanks for coming to our show.
Thank you so much.
No, not for me. I'm admiring talent and skill and lyrical prowess. When we return, we're wrapping things up with What's Up on WhatsApp.
Cause the sun don't shine in a window. Yeah, and they say there's no place in heaven for the sinners. walking with me on the moves that I make. Don't just be bumping your head, listen to the things that they say. I know, I leave a message for my fans every day. I'm waiting on my only daughter, brush them off with the holy water. Everything's in order, everything's in order. Oh yeah. Calling the Jews, calling the crew, calling on you. Pick up the phone, let them know. Don't you say no. I've been smoking and tripping, bumping the tape to say I'm this girl on my lap, reaching my phone. Now her hands on my DD. Missed call from heaven, then I got God going beep. I can't change my ways. I'm from the streets, yeah. Rubby rich to be precise. When catch bodies and play dice with the lotto, where they drink it out the bottle, yeah. And where the girls look like models. So let me rap. If niggas try to rob us, we don't thug them back. If niggas showing hate, we gon' love them back. Cause everything is everything. Spin me back a little later. Don't leave me, how you waiting?
I mean, to say that we are enamored and just gobsmacked and taken by this man. I mean, before the break, we had Shane Eagle here. If you missed it, you missed out. But make sure you go on to TrendingSA.tv or to our YouTube channel and you can check it out. We're going to wrap up the show now with What's Up on WhatsApp. Siskuli?
Lala, tonight's video is a reminder that if you don't want to do something, someone else will do it for you. Take a look.
How do you spell it?
Yes, gang. Yes, gang. Yes, gang.
Keep it player. I always keep it player. I always keep it player. I always keep it player.
Let me go and get the real quick, take money. Ball fade, player made, shades, compliment my.
He looks so happy. Keep it player. Ooh, I keep it player.
That's fun, man.
You guys go around kissing strangers?
No,
all the
absolutely
time.
not.
No.
I mean, what?
Great show.
All right, so if you were sitting next to your person and they didn't want to kiss you, would you just offer yourself to the next person?
100%.
I would too.
Yeah, I'd be like, what's your problem? This wonderful person right here would like
that girl in the red dress.
I am faithful to my person, the person that I decided to go fetch at their house, to bring them to this event, to sit next to and buy expensive popcorn. This is who I'm faithful to.
Expensive popcorn.
Popcorn.
He's a doctor.
How expensive popcorn?
The popcorn is expensive, guys.
He's a doctor.
When last you guys go to the movies?
What is
like this recently?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Hey, he's a doctor. You can call it whatever he wants to call it. What's it called when a momo?
Popcorn.
Oh my gosh, hashtag popcorn all around. Listen, we're back again tomorrow night here on SABC3, where the stage is yours. 11:30 p.m. Grab your popcorn, grab your special people, and make sure you are here. Our guest tomorrow,
Popcorn.